y'all, and welcome to today's video. I have here with me the Citrus Punch palette from Simply Posh. This is launching on May 12th. Simply Posh sent me this palette and I want to show you swatches. I want to do two different eye looks and give you my thoughts on this palette. I have tried the other palettes from the brand. I have several videos and a playlist if you want to see my thoughts on their other palettes. But what I want to do today is just see, is this consistent with the quality that I expect from this brand? This color story is so cute. We're going to have a good time. Let's jump into it. All right, y'all, getting started, here is the color story of this palette. Bright, fun, definitely citrus punch vibes. I think this is a really cute summer curated color story. Now, of course, I think of summer when I see these shades, but wear your shadows, wear the colors you want to wear whenever you want to. No color, no makeup look has a specific season. Use it whenever you want, but I do like the citrus inspiration. I really like how we have yellows, greens, oranges, pinks, and some deeper kind of berry tones in here. Now, Simply Posh, their Fairy Tale Fairies, their Berry Icy palette, their Jewel palette, they did this same type of format to where you have a row of 6 mattes and then you have a row of 6 duochrome sparkly type shades and then you have another 6 shades. I also really like this layout because if you don't know what to do, maybe you've watched tutorials, I'm going to give you some inspiration today, but if you still are just like, I don't know what to do, you can just go column by column and they have this kind of monochromatic feel to where it's easy to put together an eye look just using those 3 shades. But I do want to show you a close-up and swatches of this palette because it's just so cute. Of course, the true test of a shadow is how it performs on the eyes, but I do think swatches can be fun and helpful to see kind of how the swatches translate, just dipping my finger into the pan and then swatching on my arm. I want to kind of jump all over this palette today. I want to create 2 different eye looks and tell you, like, is this what I expect from the brand? Now, I do have a lot to do today. I'm going to be wearing this makeup look throughout the day, and when I do 2 different eye looks and I'm going to be wearing them out and about, I like to keep the shape and the depth cohesive even though the shades are different. So we're going to be placing shades in the same spot just using different colors. So I'm going to prime my eyes for shadow. I'm going to zoom y'all in and we'll get started. Once again, this is the packaging Citrus Punch. This is about the size of my hand. We do have a nice big mirror and of course the shadows are magnetic. You can see there's a little spot where you can pull them out easily, so I think that's nice. You can mix and match this palette around, but I'm gonna put on my Sigma eye primer in the shade Ignite, zoom y'all in close, and we'll play with this palette. Okay, so for this eye look over here, well, really for both looks, we're going to do a 2-toned crease, and we're going to try to fit a few shimmers on the lid. So to start off, I'm thinking for this look, I really kind of want to mix the oranges with these pinky berry tones. So I want to start off right here with the shade Orange. I'm not sure if you can tell, I'm sure you saw in the close-up, but the matte shades do have like a citrus slice in there. I guess that's like an orange slice embossed in the pan. I think that's really cute, but just a little detail that I like. I want to start with orange, and then for the outer corner shade, I want to go in with blood orange, this deeper shade right here. So these 2 are going to be what we start with. Okay, so I picked up that orange shade on this What's Up Beauty brush. If you see these pink handled brushes with the black ferrule, these are What's Up Beauty. And I'm just going to focus this on the inner part of my crease. So I'm going to put it here. I'm going to bring it up kind of high. With my deep set eyes, I just want to kind of make sure that this color doesn't get lost when my eyes open. So we're going to put this all right in here, just kind of pressing the shadow on first, and then blending once I feel like I have most of the shadow off of my brush. Okay, so now I have our deeper blood orange shade, and I'm gonna press this into the outer part of my crease, bring it down, and then I'm also going to blend it up and out. I'm just gonna let that meet with the orange, just slowly blending back and forth. Okay, I'm gonna buff and blend this some more, but first I wanna add to the lower lash line, and I wanna add in this shade right up here called Grapefruit, and then I'm gonna buff things out with a little bit of this shade right here called Squeeze. Okay, so I've got that shade Grapefruit, and I'm gonna pack this on my lower lash line. I'm gonna try to be careful and put this all here. I like the orange and the pink together. I think that's super fun. These mats have been very pigmented and easy to work with so far. So I'm just going to lightly put that there. Okay, then I picked up the shade Squeeze, and I'm going to buff out that blood orange, sorry, the blood orange shade, and just have it fade into this more kind of peachy tone. So I'm just lightly blending, not adding a ton of shadow to my brush, just using a little bit to give us more of a blend, more of a gradient. And I'll also take a little bit of that and pull that to my lower lash line and blend there as well. So I'm just gently blending, nothing like harsh or aggressive, just lightly diffusing the edges of everything. Okay, we are going to play with these shimmery duochrome shades now. So looking at this, I'm debating on what shades I want to use. There's so many pretty ones, it's hard to decide, but I think we'll do Flavorful, this one right here, and then I think we will do Tasty, and then maybe end with Tangerine. So Flavorful, Tasty, and Tangerine. Okay, I've got this shade Flavorful. I picked this up on my brush, and then I did spray my brush just a little bit with setting spray. And I'm going to put this kind of in the center of my lid. You can see that really pretty sparkle that this shade has. Just putting that right there, not covering up that matte I put in the outer corner, but keeping it center. And then I'm gonna go into the next shade. We'll put it right in here. All right, now I've got Tasty, and I'm gonna put that on the inner part of my lid, so we have this nice fade between the two shadows. These look so pretty. I'm loving the vibes of this look. And then last, we're gonna go into Tangerine, the duochrome that's in the more orange column, and I'm just gonna stick that on the inner corner. This is really pretty because it's like this pinky orange tone, very beautiful. And then this is going to be the first look. I really like this. What do we use? 3 of the duochromes and 4 of the matte shades. So far, really pretty. If you've tried their other like Fairy Tale Fairies, Berry Icy, I think their other one is called Genuine Gems. So far, I think the quality is consistent with those palettes. Really pretty. Okay, here's look number 1. I am going to do liner, mascara, lash, all of that. But first, I want to do this other look. So let me prime my eyes. And then we're going to play with these shades on this side mostly. I really want to play with the greens and the yellows together. So what I think I will do is start off with these 2 shades here, Lime and Lemon. But let me put down my eye primer first. Okay, so I've got that shade Lemon. I am going to pack that right on top of my primer. Again, we're going to do the exact same shape and everything that we did over here on this eye. That way my look is still cohesive today. And I'm just going to press and then blend, press and then blend, and then we'll go in with that green shade and we'll put it exactly where we put our deeper shade, right out here. So I picked up the shade Lime. I'm gonna put that all in this outer corner and then blend it on out, bringing it up a bit as well to open up my eye. Okay, I want to use a couple of more mattes. So we're going to use Punch because I wanted to use this one. As soon as I opened the palette, I was like, oh, I kind of like the tone of this. So we're going to use Punch on the lower lash line. And then what I think we'll do is we'll jump over to Fizz to kind of buff and blend. Okay, so I've got Punch right here on my brush. I'm just pressing this right onto the lower lash line like this, back and forth. Then I'm going to pick up that light yellow shade called, what was it called? Fizz. And I'm just going to buff and blend with this shade. So pretty. Okay, so pretty. I like. That's beautiful. If you like matte shades, you may really like this too because most of the palette is matte. You know, it has 12 matte shades and then 6 of the duochrome shimmers. So I wanted to use quite a few of the mattes today since it is a more matte heavy palette, which I think, you know, using 8 out of the 12 in our looks, I think that's pretty good. I'm just making sure I have a nice blend. Okay, we're going to use the other 3 shimmers that we haven't used yet in this palette. So that would be Sour and Tangy. We haven't used Tangy yet. And then we're going to use Tropical as well. But I'm going to start out with Sour, the green, and I'm going to use that on this brush from my Sigma Favorite set. Okay, so I've got that shade Sour, and this is going to go right in the center of my lid. So you can see this shade looks super green in the pan, but it has that pretty duochrome flip to it, to where it has almost this like pinky nature to it as well that I think is really pretty, really, really sparkly. I don't want to cover up the matte that I have in the outer corner, so I'm just keeping this right in the center. Okay, after that, I've got the shade Tropical, and I'm going to put that on the inner portion of my lid. That is so pretty. Oh, I love a good sparkly shade. So nice. And then I can go back with my matte brush, make sure I have a nice blend, and then we're going to highlight the inner corner. We're going to go into Tangy, and we've used all the shimmers in this palette now, so that makes me happy. So far so good. I'm going to do eyeliner, and should we do a false lash? I feel like I should do maybe a half lash. So let me do that. Let me see if I need to blend anymore. But this is our second look right here. Oh, I'm kind of into it. I think this looks sparkly and fun and pretty. So let me throw on my lash and I will be back. We'll kind of talk about my thoughts on this one. All right, y'all, here are the finished looks. Look 1, look 2. I am into both of them. I just put on some black eyeliner and a half lash. I will link the palette down below. I do have an affiliate code with Simply Posh. If you ever want to shop their website and you want a discount, you can use code Heather to save. You don't have to, but it's there if you would like. Thank you so much to everybody who uses my codes, my links. It means a lot to me. I will also link in the description box my bronzer, blush, highlight, lip color because I'm kind of feeling the whole vibe today. I really like these eye looks though. I like them both equally. I can't pick a favorite. I really like the way the mattes blended. They're pigmented, not difficult to work with at all. These shimmers look super pretty on the lids, very sparkly. I like the way they look when the light hits, and I think this is overall a very fun color story. I like the packaging. I think this is going to be a fun one. So if you were curious about this, you had your eye on it, you want to know if the quality is consistent with what we expect from the brand, then definitely yes, this is super pretty. I'm excited to wear this look throughout my day. I actually have a lot to do today. So I hope whatever you are doing, you're having an amazing day. Please do subscribe because I have lots of looks coming, lots of videos coming, lots of everything coming. If you're looking for makeup videos, this is the place to be. But I do hope you're having an amazing day. Please subscribe and I will see you soon in another video. Bye!